Hey everyone, Matron here bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary, this time Game 3 in the best of 7 series between SLush spawning as the orange Zerg and Kiwikaki spawning as the yellow Protoss. Kiwikaki currently up 2-0 in this series, as he was able to take the first game on Jungle Basin and the second on Metalopolis. Some very creative and aggressive play from our Protoss player here, using a great timing push with +1 Zealots and a nice proxy pylon on Jungle Basin, and in the second game just doing a superior job in macroing up compared to SLush. So we'll see what this third game has to offer. SLush needs to win this one, else he'll be down 3-0 in this best of 7 series, down to his last heart, last little life. So we'll see what sort of strategy he tries to employ here to beat Kiwikaki. We are on Steps of War, which means a very short rush distance. Unlike Jungle Basin, pretty straightforward path of attack, not many different pathways, no backdoor rocks, nothing cutesy on this map, so the Zerg player can just be all-out aggression if he chooses. Kiwikaki again sending out that very fast scout after the 9 pylon as opposed to sending out after the gateway. So he's going to be able to see any sort of early pool, any 8, 9, 10 pool that SLush might have done, and he's also going to be able to deny this expansion. SLush, in his turn, is doing the patrol at the bottom of his ramp. Since Kiwikaki did open up with a Forge last game, SLush just wants to make sure that he's not going to be pylon and cannoned into his base this time. So we see SLush doing a little bit of patrolling, going to try to see what the second building is besides the gateway. Kiwikaki opening up with the normal timing on the assimilator here. We do see the pool coming up, pretty quick pool before that hatchery. So we'll see what sort of second building Kiwikaki goes for. He may try to do a 2-gate pressure if he wants to deny the early expansion of SLush. SLush is now throwing down a hatchery here, and he's going to cancel that hatchery. It's going to produce enough creep so that he can throw down an evolution chamber. So this is going to be very annoying for Kiwikaki. He's not going to be able to block off this expansion or this ramp here like he would want to with the cybernetics core, and it's going to leave quite the pathway for some early Zerglings to come by, as we see 6 Zerglings on the way for SLush, and Kiwikaki does a smart thing throwing up the pylon here, going to block off the ramp best he can and chrono boosting out this 1 Zealot. The Zealot will begin work on this evolution chamber as Kiwikaki wants this down as soon as possible. He wants to get into his normal build with a cybernetics core. Right now just spending his minerals on the gateway and now throwing up the cybernetics core. We do see these 6 Zerglings on the way for SLush. Looks like he's now going and throwing down that extra hatchery, so just these Zerglings, not going to do any sort of all-in, but he did a little bit of cheese here with this evolution chamber. Now he's going to have to time this perfectly. As the evolution chamber goes down, these broodlings are going to pop up, surround these zealots with these Zerglings' help. He's going to take down 1 zealot, the second zealot is going to go down, 3 Zerglings left, and Kiwikaki does a great job throwing down these pylons. They're going to block off the pathway for these Zerglings. They're not going to be able to get in to that probe line. And now Kiwikaki has 1 zealot out. He's going to cancel one of those pylons so not to block himself off completely. Now he can use this zealot and perhaps this probe to take down these Zerglings. This is not enough, or the Zerglings are going to be able to run by, but you saw a great job positioning that probe right there with a hold position, and the Zerglings were not able to get by. And now he does have a second zealot out. He is going to be able to block this, this small chokehold here. And now just going to push out this warp gate tech. It looks like he's throwing down 3 gateways, so doing a traditional 4-gate, though it was a bit delayed as his cybernetics core was delayed. We do see SLush for his turn throwing down this hatchery. Now does have it established. If we look at the income tab, 20 harvesters to 22. Looks like SLush is going to be creating the spine crawler as well, positioning this Queen on the ramp to try to block off any sort of harassment into his main. The Queen cannot block it off completely. Zealots can get by here, but it is going to at least slow down any sort of Zealot pressure early on. So we see SLush creating a number of Zerglings here, not able to drone up quite as much as he'd want to on this hatchery. He is going to have to defend, as Kiwikaki does have this this warp gate tech almost complete. He's going to have these 3 extra gateways popping right now, so good timing here. Somehow Kiwikaki turned that evolution chamber harass and cheese into some good timing here as his gateways pop up right on time. He is going to get a forward pylon here. He's going to be able to warp in multiple levels on Steps of War. It's a great position for that pylon. He does have zealots in his base going to be able to defend against this Zergling push by SLush. And now it looks like he's going to move out with this force, very powerful force this early in the game. This one sentry is going to be able to throw down a force field, so we'll see how Kiwikaki uses that. Looks like he's coming in here with 4 sentries, so very powerful here. Sentry's going to be doing bonus damage against the spine crawler, 2 attacks at a time from these zealots, taking down that spine crawler very quickly, trying to focus down these queens. The queens doing their part and trying to block off that ramp. Looks like a force field coming, forcing the single file from these zerglings. These 2 zealots are doing their best just to take care of those zerglings as soon as they come down the ramp. And now Kiwikaki in great control of this game. SLush has to GG an early one there. Saw SLush the creative play with that hatch canceled into an evolution chamber. Tried the zergling run by, but just such great control by Kiwikaki with those zealots and with that probe doing the whole position right on time. The zerglings were not able to get to his mineral line, and he was able to take this short game 3. So we'll move on to game 4 now. I'll cast it right now. Thanks for watching this one, and I hope to see you there.